A series of small earthquakes rocked the landscape in Yellowstone National Park. 4 of the earthquakes were strong enough to be felt by park visitors. A total of 130 earthquakes measuring 0.6 to 3.6 on the Richter scale have occurred in the 3 regions, but most have occurred near the lower geyser basin, the Inquisitor reported. Notably, most of the seismicity in Yellowstone occurs in swarms. The University of Utah seismograph station continues to monitor the Yellowstone earthquake and will provide additional information if earthquake swarm activity increases. An earthquake swarm is an event where multiple earthquakes hit the same area within a fairly short time span. These flocks are often seen before volcanic eruptions. Simultaneous earthquakes are not uncommon, although the incident in Yellowstone was recent. Bob Smith, a professor of geophysics at the University of Utah, said that the recent earthquakes actually occurred in 3 different groups. "It's pretty incredible," Smith told the Jackson Hole News and Guide. "How does one herd relate to another herd? Can one herd trigger another herd and vice versa?" Visitors to Lewis Lake, Lower Geyser Basin and the northwestern portion of Norris Geyser Basin were more likely to feel the tremors, as that is where most of the earthquakes occurred. The strongest earthquake, measuring 3.6 on the Richter scale, was the highest magnitude earthquake in Yellowstone in the past year. The shock was approximately 6 miles from Old Faithful, close enough that visitors to the geyser could feel the shock. So far, officials don't expect any earthquakes strong enough to change the geyser's patterns. "We know that a significant earthquake in the region has the potential to alter geyser activity," said Al Nash, Yellowstone National Park spokesman. "Sufficiently strong earthquakes, such as the one at Hebgen Lake in 1959, do change Old Faithful's eruption interval." Meanwhile, an hour after the earthquake hit Yellowstone, a giant geyser erupted after years of calm in Yellowstone. The second largest active geyser in the world, Giant Geyser, erupted in Yellowstone early this morning. This impressive spray lasts for about an hour. Luckily, there was a full moon shining on the scene, so a webcam in the Old Faithful area of Yellowstone captured the performance. The previously reported giant geyser eruption occurred on January 22, 2010, the second of that month. This makes a gap of 5 years and 250 days before Monday's events. Giant Geyser is a cone-type geyser in the upper Yellowstone Geyser Basin northwest of Old Faithful Geyser. The cone is about 12 feet tall. The eruption can reach a height of up to 250 feet, then drop to about 100 feet within an hour. By comparison, Old Faithful's eruption reached a height of 140 feet. Giant Geyser is the common name for the Giant Geyser group, which includes Bijou Geyser, Giant Geyser, and Mastiff Geyser. Giant Geyser is also the same name for the Giant Platform, a raised rock structure that combines all these geysers.